internal, inline, and external CSS in 5 minutes. What's the difference? In this video, you will understand the difference and how to use them. CSS stands for Cascade Style Sheet. It's a type of a scripting language used to style a HTML document, changing it from this to this. Yeah, just like transforming a building from this to this. So what Cascading Style Sheet does is it's used to style and beautify your HTML page. Now let's jump right into finding out the difference between these three types of CSS. First, we start with the inline CSS. The inline CSS targets a particular HTML line or element and styling it appropriately. Right, we'll go to our VS Code and then we see how we can use our inline CSS. Alright, over here in my VS Code, I have three HTML elements in an inline HTML document. So I'm going to style them individually so you can understand how inline CSS works. So over here, I'm going to say style, and I'm going to give this a font size, let's say 50 pixels. Alright, so you notice what is happening to the first H1. Okay, I'm also going to do the same thing here. I'm going to style this one. I'm also going to give this a color of red. Okay, see that? Then this paragraph, I'm going to style it, and I'm going to give it a font family of cursive. Alright, so you notice that these elements are styled individually. So that's what inline CSS enables us to do, to style HTML elements individually. Next is the internal CSS. All right, moving over to internal CSS. Here I created another HTML document specifically for this internal CSS. I have different elements here. Now, what internal CSS enables us to do, it helps us to style a single HTML document, unlike the inline CSS that style those HTML elements individually. So what we do here, we'll define the internal CSS here by saying style. Okay, so it's a good practice to define your internal CSS in between the header tag. All right, so we are going to style the elements generally. So if I want to style all the H1, I want to give the H1 a color. Okay, I want to say red. Discover that all the H1 automatically have a red color. I can also choose to style the paragraph. Okay, I can decide to increase the font size. Font size, I can say 30 pixels. All right, so you see that all the paragraphs are affected generally. I can also choose to do a body color, style a body color. I can give it a background color. Okay, I can say yellow. Yeah, so you see all the elements are affected. So what internal CSS enables us to do, it enables us to style all the elements in HTML document page. Next is the external CSS. All right, moving over to external CSS. What external CSS enables us to do is enables us to style so many HTML pages, unlike the internal CSS, which gives us the ability just to style a single page. All right, so what we do here, we are going to create an external CSS document. So I'm going to create this here. Okay, so I've created this document and I'm going to link it to my external HTML document. So what I do here, I come this way in between the head tag and I link it this way and write the name of the the external CSS document, which is index.css. All right, so if I do that, I just go over to the index CSS which I've created. I'm going to drop all my codes here. All right, so the syntax for the external CSS is the selector, curly bracket, the property, and of course the value. So here I'm going to use the h1 as my selector. I have my curly bracket. Okay, the property here is the font size. The font size is the property, and I'm going to give it a 40 pixel size. All right, so you notice that it has changed. The size of this has changed, and I'm going to also select the body of my document. I'm going to give it a background color, and I'm going to say, let me use this aqua. All right, you see that? So the same thing, I'm going to target this button. Okay, this button, I'm going to target it. Okay, I'm going to style it. I'll give it a red color for the font. Give it a red color for the fonts. All right, and of course the background of the button, give it another color of should I say white? All right, so you see this button has been styled. Okay, now this same code, I'm going to use it to style another HTML document. All right, I'm going to use this same code to style another HTML document. I have this document here with almost the same property, the H1, the B, and of course the button. All right, so now I'm going to link it. So all I need to do is just link this CSS file here. So I'll just come this way. Okay, and I'm going to link it this way. Yeah, so this is document, so I'm trying to link it. I'm going to link it, and I will link the same CSS document. Now notice, you see this same property of the CSS code which I've written is affecting this HTML document and this other HTML document. So that's why we say that the standard CSS document is used to style.
If you find this video informative and helpful, please don't forget to give us a like, drop a comment, and most importantly, subscribe so we can be able to drop more videos on this particular page. If you're still struggling with any aspect of CSS, please drop us a comment so we can make a video on that particular aspect of CSS. Alright, till then, see you in our next video. Thanks.